Praxis 5713 Assessment of Reading Skills Preparation Quiz. Question 1. A middle school English teacher is implementing a writing workshop model. During the mini-lesson portion of the workshop, the teacher gives a brief, focused lesson on how to write a strong thesis statement. After the mini-lesson, students spend the majority of the period drafting their own essays, and the teacher circulates and confers with individuals. This structure best reflects an understanding of which key principle of writing instruction. Is it? Option A. Explicit instruction in a specific skill should be followed by ample time for students to apply that skill in their own authentic writing. B. Students learn to write best by reading and analyzing the work of published authors, so the mini-lesson should always be based on a mentor text. C. The teacher's primary role during writing time is to grade papers, while students should work independently and silently. Or D. Grammar and mechanics are the most important aspects of writing and should be taught in isolation before students are allowed to write. The correct answer is A. The correct answer is A. The writing workshop model is grounded in the principle of teaching skills in the context of authentic writing. The mini-lesson provides a short burst of direct, explicit instruction on a specific, manageable skill. The extended writing time that follows is crucial because it gives students an immediate, low-stakes opportunity to apply that new skill to their own work. The teacher's role during this time is to provide targeted, individualized support through conferences, scaffolding students as they attempt to implement the lesson. This I do, we do, you do structure is highly effective for skill transfer. Option B is not the primary principle of the workshop model. While mentor texts can be used, the core idea is the application of skills. Option C describes an outdated, teacher-centered classroom. Option D is a common misconception. While grammar is important, teaching it in isolation has been shown to be ineffective. It is best taught in the context of students' own writing. Question 2. A 6th grade teacher is having students read a short story. She asks them to create a plot diagram, identifying the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. This activity is primarily designed to help students understand. Is it? Option A. Character development and motivation. B. The author's use of figurative language. C. The structure and elements of a narrative. Or D. The historical context in which the story was written. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. A plot diagram is a graphic organizer specifically designed to map the structure of a story. It helps students visually understand how a narrative is built, from the introduction of characters and setting, exposition, through the series of events, rising action, to the turning point, climax, and the resolution. This activity directly targets the student's comprehension of narrative text structure. The other options, while potentially related to the story, are not the primary focus of creating a plot diagram. Remember, we can take your Praxis 5713 exam for you, remotely and undetected, with pass % score guaranteed. Message us via the number in the bio. Question 3. A teacher observes a student during independent writing. The student writes a sentence, stops, reads it aloud, and then goes back to add a descriptive word or change a phrase to make it sound better. This student is demonstrating an emerging ability to, is it? Option A. Edit for spelling and punctuation errors. B. Engage in the process of revising to improve the clarity and quality of ideas. C. Decode their own handwriting, which is a key component of fluency. Or D. Plan their writing using a pre-writing graphic organizer. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is B. This scenario perfectly captures the distinction between revising and editing. Revising is the process of improving the content and ideas of a piece of writing. When the student stops to add a descriptive word or change a phrase to make it sound better, they are working at the level of ideas and word choice, which is the essence of revision. Editing, option A, is a later stage that focuses on correcting conventions like spelling, grammar, and punctuation, which is not what is described here. Option C and D do not align with the observed behavior. Question 4. A teacher wants to create a classroom environment that supports literacy development for all students. Which of the following physical classroom setup choices would best support this goal? Is it? Option A. Desks arranged in neat rows facing the front whiteboard to minimize distractions during reading time. B. A classroom library with a rug and comfortable seating, word walls displaying high frequency and content area vocabulary, and designated areas for listening centers and writing stations. C. All classroom walls covered with commercial posters purchased from an educational supply store. Or D. A single computer station in the back corner for students to use if they finish their work early. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is B. A literacy-rich environment is one that is intentionally designed to support and encourage reading and writing throughout the day. A comfortable library area encourages independent reading. Word walls serve as a just-in-time reference for spelling and vocabulary. Designated learning centers allow for differentiated, small group practice of literacy skills. This setup sends a powerful message that literacy is valued and is a central part of the classroom community. Option A is a traditional, teacher-centered arrangement not optimized for literacy. Option C features static, purchased materials, not student-created or interactive resources. Option D relegates technology to a minor, reward-based role. Question 5. A fourth-grade teacher is planning a unit on the American Revolution. She selects a complex primary source document, an excerpt from a pamphlet written by Thomas Paine, and wants to ensure all students, including her English language learners, ELLs, and struggling readers, can access the content. Which of the following instructional strategies represents the most effective approach to differentiate this complex text for diverse learners? Is it? Option A. Provide a simplified, one-paragraph summary of the pamphlet's main idea for the ELLs and struggling readers to read, while the rest of the class tackles the original text. This ensures the lower-level readers are not overwhelmed. B. Conduct a whole class read aloud of the original text, stopping frequently to explain difficult vocabulary and concepts. Ask comprehension questions to the whole class, calling on higher-level students first to model correct answers. C. Have students work in small, homogeneous ability groups. Give each group a different text at their respective reading level about the American Revolution, ensuring all students are exposed to the historical content at an accessible level. Or D. Provide the original text to all students, but offer tiered supports, an audio recording for ELLs to listen as they follow along, a side-by-side glossary of challenging terms for struggling readers, and a graphic organizer for students to map out Paine's main arguments. The correct answer is D. The correct answer is D. This strategy is the epitome of effective differentiation. It maintains high expectations by keeping all students engaged with the same rigorous, grade-level text, the primary source, while providing multiple, varied scaffolds that allow students with different needs to access it. The audio recording supports ELLs by building fluency and connecting oral language to print. The glossary supports struggling readers by providing just-in-time vocabulary support. The graphic organizer challenges all students to analyze argument structure and supports those who struggle with organizing their thinking. Option A is a form of tracking and lowers expectations. It denies these students the opportunity to grapple with authentic historical language. Option B is a teacher-centered approach that can leave struggling learners behind. Relying on higher-level students to answer questions does not ensure that ELLs or struggling readers are processing the information. Option C, while common, creates a permanent ability grouping that can stigmatize students and limits their exposure to rich, complex language. Students should have opportunities to work with challenging texts with appropriate support, not be relegated to lower-level materials. How many did you score out of 5? Let us know in the comments below. Also, tell us which exam we should cover next. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more.